Hi everyone, and welcome back to our business spotlight. Our business for the month of February is YourY Network, a global community for social entrepreneurs and change makers. And this morning I'm delighted to be joined by the founder of YourY Network, Leyla Karaha. Leyla, how are you? It's great to have you with me this morning.
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm really excited to share the story of YourY Network. I think it's such an interesting one with such an interesting concept as well. We'll get a little bit into that in a few minutes' time. But first, you are a graduate of accounting and finance at DCU, and you have some great memories with friends from around the campus as well. So what will be your highlights from your time at university?
Oh my God, meeting my friends, yeah, that was amazing because our group we were all over the world, from Chinese to China to Nigeria to, I grew up in Tanzania, but lived in Ireland for a few years before college. And from Ireland. So yeah, it was nice, diverse group of people we had in my little group.
So
Yeah,
you
but
left DCU and you graduated, and what were the kind of next steps for you? Did you have anything in mind when you were leaving that you would like to go on and do, or kind of, I suppose, how did your journey after graduating lead you to YourY Network?
yeah, so straight after I graduated, I ended up getting a job as a trainee auditor in this great, amazing small accounting firm, Hugh McCarthy and Associate in Kimmage. Shout out. Yeah, and I worked for about almost 18 months maybe. And I quickly realized that auditing wasn't for me. And I was kind of lost at the time because I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Like, I love accounting, but I don't like, working at being an auditor. Yeah, so I took a year because I got pregnant at first year in college, and I only took a year out to, have a baby and put him in crash. And then next September, I went back to college. So I was a go person, and I studied really hard. College wasn't easy. And when I left my accountancy, my auditing training job, I took a year out just to evaluate myself, who I am, who really, who I really am, and what I want to do in life, something meaningful. And yeah, and because as you know, I had my son was only like about 3-4 years at that time. And I wanted whatever I'm doing, whatever work I'm doing, whatever sacrifice I'm making to be worthwhile, to be worth it. Like, I don't want to look back and regret. Yeah. So
Of course.
yeah, so that after a year out, I went back to college. This is you again. Did a master's.
Yay, good choice.
I know. And did a master's in international relations. And I was so naive going in. I didn't know anything about politics. All I know, I love to travel.
Tick one
Yeah,
box at least anyways. That was a good
exactly.
start.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I would like to work in UN, but I didn't know much about UN besides, all this stuff that we're hearing from the news. Yeah.
Yeah.
So while I studied my master's, I was like, oh my God, it's a lot. I learned a lot. Like, yeah, that knowledge. It helps me even now when I see things, even though to look at things strategically in those political theories that we studied. But I quickly realized just in the middle of my master that, this is not for me, learning
And it
about
happens
UN.
sometimes as well. I think it's so important. People have such a perfect way of thinking about this is how this is going to go in my life. And sometimes it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. But I learned a lot. I realized because we had international development module in the international relations masters, and I enjoyed that that module more than I enjoyed the international relations aspect. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe I should have gone to that side. Uh,
At least
uh,
you got to try little flavors though of everything. You get that
yeah,
sense. But it's
yeah,
kind of always the case, I think, when you're in a university course that, you'll have modules that you like and some that you don't like. But even for the ones that you don't like, that's okay, because then you know what you do like and what you would like to go on and do afterwards. And I think that, Leyla, you have so much life experience from going through the 2 degrees, having a son as well in the midst of it, and then, you know, being in different places, different positions in jobs as well. But obviously, all that experience has led you to go on and do great things, as you're now the founder of YourY Network. So what does your role as founder entail? Like, give me a brief overview of your day-to-day life and kind of what you do for YourY Network.
Ooh, a lot of learning curve, because this YourY network is really the first time I founded anything. So I had to learn a lot of, you know, team management, especially now with the team, because I was on my own, just, you know, recruiting my friends to volunteer, you know, a few times. But this time I have a stable team. So to be a team lead, how you lead the team, how you grow a team, how you develop the team, how you get the team to connect. And I ended up using a lot of my DCU skills from, you know, from my friends, how we came together, you know, as a group of friends and help each other to grow and nurture each other, really, you know, and to be there for each other, to want both of all of us to be, you know, leaders and to be great, whatever, you know, area that we're working on. So that's the same I'm trying to do with my team. What do they say? Great leaders, you know, create leaders.
And I really like your tagline as well, a global community for social entrepreneurs and change makers. What does that mean to you?
Wow, it's just to a space to get people from all over the world, a diverse group of people together who share the same interests, you know, to peer-to-peer and networking and learning from each other and to inspire each other and to find synergy within each other and, you know, and to collaborate. So that's all it is really, because I was missing that as a founder. You know, the reason actually why I started YourY, because I was working on my social enterprise startup idea, and I just find the journey was very lonely. So I was networking a lot because my social enterprise, it's a tech startup. So I was in that tech ecosystem in Dublin, which is a great ecosystem. Dublin is, yeah, amazing tech ecosystem. So I was networking a lot every evening in different events. But I found that to be the odd one out because I'm more about making impact and than, you know, making some profit, although profit is important.
Yeah, it
To
definitely
be
is.
sustainable. About impact, I'm more driven by impact. So I found, like, you know, there was disconnect with most of the founders I met. So I wanted to have that community of like-minded people that we're all impact driven, although we know profit is also important. Yeah, so that's the reason that I created YourY. I needed a tribe. Now I have a tribe.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. And I know that you mentioned before as well that from your own experiences and like with working with people as well, you have found that some people, there's not a huge understanding of what social entrepreneurship is all of the time. So what can you give me like a summary of what it is to you?
I usually tell people social enterprise is like a charity and a corporation have a baby. Yeah, that's what social enterprise is. It's to have a business that, but it's driven more into, you know, normal business. Their aim or their objective is to increase shareholders' values, but social enterprise, their main objective is to increase the stakeholders' values. You know, so they look at all the interests of all the stakeholders, not just shareholders, and they want to, you know, make sure everybody in that line, you know, they're being taken care of, not just shareholders.
You're kind of trying to make people understand social entrepreneurship through events, and obviously now taking things online with webinars and stuff like that. And they're all they're for the public to attend as well. Is that right?
You know, so we're trying to showcase, you know, amazing social enterprises out there that are doing amazing jobs, so people will be aware of them, you know, and support them, and also just being aware of what it is that social entrepreneurship is. So most people can, you know, as joining the group, the, you know, the club of social entrepreneurship. Yeah, and make change, because we realize the world is changing. more people want to see impact. You know, we need to be more holistic in things that we're doing. We don't want to, you know, we can't keep going the way, you know, we have been going.
Yeah, always room for change, I think.
Yeah.
And Leyla, you have obviously been running since October of 2019, which might not seem like a huge amount of time. I'm sure it seems like a lifetime to you that it's been going, but would you have any career highlights so far that you would be really proud of?
Yeah, for me, even the first events, that was a big highlight because I have never done any events before. And I only, thank God, just a month before, you know, to do the events, I ended up doing a course, a short course. I think it was just a 2-week course actually with sure skills. I think that's what they're called. For project management and certificates, the Prince 2 Foundation and other stuff, other project management qualification. So that was really beneficial to, you know, give me the boost, like I can do this, I can organize this event. You know, I know a little bit about project management. Yeah, and yeah, so, and even the feedback, we had like 120 people, over 120 people signed up for the event, over 80 people showed up, you know, and the feedback was amazing because some of the people who attended the event, they never heard about social entrepreneurship before, and that spoke to them. They had the light bulb moments, you know, while the speaker was speaking about their, you know, social enterprise, the work their social enterprise are doing. So that was really rewarding for me because I remember even myself only a few years ago, I attended events by, it was called Catalyst. Community Finance Island was the backer for that event, and they were spreading, you know, also awareness of social entrepreneurship, and that's when I heard for the first time really about social enterprise. And I'm like, I've been around social enterprise before. I'm like a credit union members, and I never knew, you know, a co-op, food co-op, I never knew these things that, you know, yeah, the social enterprise. Yes, it's good.
And what do you think has been the biggest learning that you've taken since setting up YourY Network?
To step outside my comfort zone and yeah, and do things. Stop overthinking things because I still have my I still have my accountant, you know, head.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I tend to analyze things and overthink and look at all the risk.
Back to the roots of DCU.
I know, but yeah, so to just take that risk was really beneficial for me, and just do it. You know, I didn't overthink it. I didn't second guess myself. It's just like, I need to do this. I need these events, and none of these events are happening. So I should stop complaining and just do it. You know, so yeah, that was a big lesson to just do it.
I think that is a great message. Just jump right into the deep end. Most times it's going to work out for the best, and you won't know unless you try. Leyla, if we want to find out more about YourY Network, where can we find that information?
We are on social. We're on Facebook. We're on LinkedIn. We're on Twitter. Yeah, and we're on Instagram. We're trying. Yeah. So yeah.
Awesome. And we'll make sure to tag all the pages as well down below in the description. Leyla, it's been wonderful to talk to you. I think that you have such a lovely DCU journey and then career journey after that as well. And we're very proud of you as a graduate of DCU. And we look forward to following on your journey with YourY Network.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate this.